back. Tonight, I'm privileged to have as my guest the great Tonique Williams-Darling, the Bahamian Olympian, gold medalist. Welcome back, Tonique. Good to have you here. You know, you mentioned something that I find interesting, that you didn't get your first contract until 2003. You've been running for quite a while. A lot of people don't know that you were running. I know you were running because I saw you in Cayman, like I said, in 1995. What would you say to the young people who are coming up now, the school athletes, who want to be another Tonique Williams-Darling?
Well, something that I tell my athletes all the time is that, you know, it's not instant success.
Right.
And I find a lot that they want that instant success. Over the last season, track season, they would come to my house and say, Coach, watch this on YouTube, or how do you saw Debbie ran or Chris run, and that's what they see. They just see the final
And they want to just
product.
get there right away.
Yeah, and they think we've gotten there right away.
They don't see the blood, sweat, and tears, the
They
hard
don't
work,
see
the
the
nights
blood.
of training and so forth, the sacrifices.
Right, and I think one of the biggest disappointments is that there were a lot of young athletes and adults who said to me, like, well, Tonique, I never heard about you until you won anything. Nobody really knew that I was out there from primary school,
Yes.
or, you know, that I'd made CRIFTA teams and CAC
And you were running
teams
hard.
and World Juniors,
Yes.
just running and training very hard. And so a lot of the kids today think that, you know, it was just talent. I was just talented.
Yes.
But there was a lot of hard work that goes into it, and that's one thing I try to stress with my athletes. You know, you have to work hard. You sometimes have to fight through the pain. It's about sacrificing and maybe not doing what your peers are doing, and so that's just the biggest thing right now. And it may seem very basic, but a lot of them still don't get that yet.
Right, right. Okay, so what's the next step for Tonique Williams-Darling?
Tonique Williams-Darling. Right now, my focus this year, short term, is just really reaching out to some of the remote parts of the Bahamas.
Yeah, you mentioned that you were in Moores Island.
Right. I had an awesome opportunity to go to the all-age school in Moores Island, Abaco, and had an awesome 2-day camp. They have about a 15-member team, track team there. Mm. So I invited them out on Saturday to, you know, just to teach basic stuff. And I said, are you guys coming back tomorrow, which was Sunday? And the next day, about 40 students showed up, really.
Awesome.
Yes, and
awesome.
So it was really impactful. I had a great response from the teachers and the parents, and really after that visit, you know, I kept in touch with some of them on Facebook, and the parents were saying how the kids seem a little bit more dedicated. They were taking track and field a little bit more serious. And so it's really about, for me, going into some of these remote areas, places where they haven't seen a Tonique Williams-Darling, and reaching out and just promoting track and field. I think that's where we have our hidden talent. Mm-hmm. And unless we go in there and we pull them out, you know, we won't have the numbers like Jamaica.
Because of the population.
Because of the population and the way we're reaching out to them. We're so focused on Freeport and Nassau, and I don't think that's where our focus needs to be.
We need to reach the other islands.
We need to reach the other islands. One of the interesting things that I found was that the guys there on Moores Island were actually the national high school champions in the 4x1.
Really?
Yeah. And
on Moores Island?
In Moores Island, Abaco.
Wow.
They did not have a track. They had a very...
That's amazing, because I know they didn't have a track.
They don't have a track. Any sort of track. I'm talking grass here, of course. A very makeshift field, a field that's kept by the students when they're in detention. You know, this is how it's kept. That's the upkeep. The coach is a very dedicated person, but he's also a local pastor and a fisherman, and so, you know, he's giving back, and I just think there's more that needs to be done. We're going to go down there and hopefully have another camp, something that's a little bit more structured. One thing I found during our 2-day camp was that the kids, they weren't doing basic stuff like proper warm-ups and stretching and knowing drills. But hey, they had the high school national champions.
So this is raw talent.
This is just raw talent. And you compare that with the kids here in Nassau where, you know, they're out there for 3-4 hours a day, 6 days a week, getting very good coaching. They can tell you everything that a Safa drinks. You know, they're very much, you know, students of their art or whatever, and they have all this information and they have everything right at their disposal, and they're doing very well. And then we have islands where we're not reaching the kids, and they're doing well too.
So is this going to be a legacy?
Oh boy, you know, I think in this year I've just really revisited that and thought about it, because for a long time I really did think that the Olympic and being the first was my legacy. And now I see that as my platform to create another legacy.
Yes.
And, you know, I don't think legacy is really so much about you, but it's what you give back.
Yes.
And
yes.
so I hope that it does become my legacy.
How important is faith for you as a former athlete and as a successful coach now?
I don't think that I could have been successful or even can exist now without it. It's always been a very, very instrumental part of my psyche and what I believe in, and how it just helped me to self-discipline myself, and knowing that this isn't about me, you know, it's something greater, and
yes.
I've been extremely blessed.
Yes, yes.
Because of my faithfulness and,
yes.
you know, just belief in that this is an anointing, it's a gift.
I love that, love that.
You know, it's not about me, but something that's being done through me to really showcase the Bahamas.
You're a vessel, yeah, and you're doing a great job with it. Are you going to do some more camps throughout, or you?
Yeah, right now I've spoken to Moores Island about coming back down there. There have been some discussions about going to San Salvador, and so, you know, it's just about targeting 1 or 2 islands this year, and then maybe growing on that every other year.